Hey everyone, Brickhouse here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about The Flash. Um, as most of you know, The Flash debuted last week, #1 at the box office, even though it did not come close to meeting the projections that were out there for the 4-day weekend, or no, 3-day weekend. Forgot Monday was a holiday. I don't know why I said 4 days. But some people will call this superhero fatigue, as movies from Marvel and DC have not been performing well at the box office in the last, I'd say, post-pandemic. Could be even a little bit pre-pandemic. Um, I think it's more that they're just not telling good stories. I mean, it's all about the story, right? It's a story. You tell a good story. You take characters that already have a backstory in the comics, you apply that backstory to the movie, and you adapt the story from the comics to the movie, and you don't interject a bunch of woke ideology, identity politics, and crap, and you entertain people. It's a simple formula, but for some reason, those at Disney and now even Warner Brothers just can't seem to grasp that. So here we have from comicbookmovie.com. The Flash faces historic second weekend drop as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Elemental fight for #1. Now, Elemental fighting for #1, that's a huge surprise because that movie's a flop. But being the fact that Across the Spider-Verse now, this is going to be its, third weekend out? Okay, I can see where those two might be battling it out for #1 this weekend, as there's not really any big releases. Earlier this week, it looked like The Flash will remain #1 at the North American box office during its second weekend in theaters. However, it took the DCEU movie a week to earn what it was supposed to during its 4-day opening. Estimates have absolutely plummeted. According to Deadline, The Fastest Man Alive is facing a record-breaking 75% drop, the biggest for any superhero movie ever. Now, keep in mind, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, it had like I think it was a 67, 68, 69% drop its second week. So yeah, this is huge. As a result, The Flash is now taking aim at a $14 million weekend after a $4.3 million Friday. That's even bigger than Green Lantern's 66% drop in 2011, and by Sunday, the Scarlet Speedster will have earned only $86.3 million in the US. This is a shocking result. Well, it's not so shocking for those that have been doing this a lot longer than I have. And just from what I've learned from listening to these individuals, these people, these content creators, these people that are in the know, it's not surprising to me either. Especially after the positive reactions from CinemaCon that claims that the greatest superhero movie ever, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. For any number of reasons, audiences have rejected The Flash, and it's on track to become one of Warner Brothers' biggest flops. Could it be because of two Ezra Millers? Could it be because they took a story and didn't really follow it? To make matters even worse, The Flash may be facing a fourth place finish as Jennifer Lawrence-led comedy No Hard Feelings Eyes looks like for #3. That sentence didn't make any sense. While some will jump on this as an example of superhero fatigue, that's part of it. DC fatigue might be more apt, and both Blue Beetle and Aquaman the Lost Kingdom may be in trouble. I know Aquaman's going to be in trouble. Blue Beetle. Also dispelling that the superhero fatigue myth is a fact, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Elemental are currently battling for the top spot. They're each eyeing an $18 million weekend, and it may not be until the weekend is over that we find out who came out on top. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel has serious legs, though, and should have made over $315 million by Sunday. A contender for the best Spider-Man film yet, and easily the greatest animated movie ever made. We said in our review, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a jaw-dropping spectacle, a feast for the scenes, and an instant Marvel classic. In contrast, we concluded our review of The Flash by saying, far from the greatest superhero movie ever made, and not quite among the worst. The Flash is still another mediocre effort from the DCEU with appalling VFX. That's visual effects for you people in Rio Linda. Hat tip to Rush. And a messy story that the excellent Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle alone are unable to save. So there you have it. The Flash is a big turd for the DCEU. And if this is any indication, the Blue Beetle is probably not going to fare much better. And I know Aquaman is not going to come anywhere near what the first Aquaman movie did. So if you would, please share your comments down below and take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell to get notified when my content goes live here on YouTube. And you can also catch me on Rumble and Odyssey. And with that, for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you later.